This is one of the 10 properties that I've bought over the last 5 years. The thing is, I'm not an expert. I'm just getting started. I'm 23 years old. And today we're just going to go through like basically a day in the life of a real estate investor. I'm going to answer some basic questions of things that I've had people ask me when they wonder, like, what's it like to get into real estate investing? We're out here in beautiful Putnam, Connecticut right now, which is my hometown. So real estate out here is very cheap. Rents are usually very good. The buildings are very old though. Tenants are great though. I just spoke with one of the tenants. He has like a beautiful Honda Civic Type R in the driveway, which is really cool. But yeah, today we're gonna go visit each and every one of my properties. I'm gonna talk about, the numbers behind them, kind of the goals with them, the things that we've done there, and, touch on like how people can get into real estate and if they wanna do what I do. So yeah, let's get right into it. So now we are being driven around by my good friend Bruno, who helps a lot with investing in these deals. He kind of runs the construction company that, does all the renovations and stuff. And, thank you, Bruno, for driving us around. It's very nice.
Yeah.
But that property, I had actually bought it, I think like 2 years ago. It's a triplex. It's 3 units and they're stacked. So good size units. But the building was in horrible condition when I got it. I think there was a hoarder living there who had like a tons of pets. Like I did walk through their unit when they were living there, and holy cow, she had like eight birds. Like just, it was a mess. Like you couldn't even step. It was so messy. Bought it for $190. I think we put about $50,000 into renovation for that property. So we're all in it for about $240, $250. And right now we're doing some finishing renovations. We'll probably put another 10 to 15 grand into it. So, all in all, we'll be into this deal for about $260, $275. The gross rents on it are $3,700 or $3,800 a month. So total cash flow is like $1,000 to $1,500 depending on the month. For the value wise, we're going to list it for sale next month. I think we're going to list it for $350. So I've never listed a property and not gotten like way over market for it. So if we list it for $350, I wouldn't be surprised if we get $360, $370. But right now we're headed to my 5 unit. So I bought this again, I believe in 2021. And this one is 5 units, huge units. I mean, this building is massive. It's absolutely insane. It's got 2 2-bedroom units, which rent for $1,250 to $1,350, I would say. It's got 2 3-bedroom units that rent for $1,450 to $1,550. And then it has 1 big kahuna 5-bedroom unit that we're probably going to get about $2,150 to $2,250 a month for in rent. We'll be pulling up to it in a minute, but I bought it for $360,000 and I put about 90 grand of work into it. So I think I'm all into it for about 450 grand right now. So what did I do to be able to start investing in real estate when I was 18 years old? Because I talk about I'm 23 now. I started investing like 5.5 years ago. So yeah, I was 18. I was 4 months into being 18 when I bought my first rental property. Well, at that time, I had a marketing agency where I was helping drop shipping stores run Facebook ads and TikTok ads. And that was making me like 10 to 15K a month, straight profit. So I was spending probably like 3-4K a month living and just saving the rest. So for that particular first deal, I was able to save up like 60 or 70 grand. Honestly, I think I had like 100,000 in cash at that point, and I put 66 grand down on my first deal, which I actually don't own anymore. So we sold that one 2 years ago, but that one was not in Putnam. It wasn't in this town. It was in a different town, and it was a much inferior deal to all the deals I buy now. Year after year, I kept buying, 1 more deal, 2 more deals, just year after year. The way that I scaled my businesses and stuff. I mean, you can watch more videos on the channel if you want to learn more about what I do, but, I had my first agency that I think I made like $2 million with over the span of like 4 years. And then I had my second marketing agency that I made about $5 million with from then to now. So I actually still run that one. And then obviously through flipping real estate and, buying real estate, doing refinances, I've also made money from that I've put into real estate. So that's pretty much what I've done up until this point to actually be able to buy these deals. Back there, that was a duplex and a triplex that I just bought with Anthony, my partner in my agency, and Bruno, who's driving us, and Marco, which is my realtor, and Bruno's partner. So I just partner with, 3 other guys. Marco and Bruno are basically managing the entire deal, and it's really cool because they have no money in the deal, so they're just like, they found the deal, bought it, hooked us up with the financing. They're doing all the construction, all the selling of the properties. We're investors. Me and my business partner are just putting up the money for the deal, and they're doing it all, and we're getting 50%. They're getting 50%. All right, run it.
Ass, right?
Yep.
So we never want to go through evictions.
Going through one right now is horrible.
Right, tell them how bad it is.
Doesn't taste very great. Presentation's bad.
Would not recommend.
It's been about $10,000 in like 5 months. So, but that's like this is like the worst eviction I've ever been through. But how do we get them out? Tell them how we removed the tenants from our last deal. Actually, how about you just do that?
Sure. So we always avoid evictions anytime we can because evictions are a lose-lose. The tenants lose, the investors lose, and the only people who win are the attorneys. I just tell the tenants, like, listen, this is a business. Here's what's going to happen. Either we're going to go through an eviction and we're both going to lose. You're going to be not creditworthy. It's going to be impossible for you to pass a background check to get an apartment, and it's just going to suck. And I'm going to have to pay my attorneys and wait my sweet-ass time before I start the rehab on these projects. Or, how about this? I won't tell anybody. I'll give you $1,000. We won't file the eviction. You use that $1,000 as a down payment on your next apartment. You move in with a family member, spend it on drugs. I don't care. Just get out by next weekend. We won't have to call the attorneys. Sound good? Obviously, don't give them the money till they leave.
I mean, there you go. You heard it from the man himself. That is called cash for keys. It's actually a fairly known strategy in the real estate world. If you're trying to, you don't want to take the time and go through the court proceedings with evictions. And, you might be asking, like, why would we want to remove a tenant from a building? Well, for example, right now we have a duplex that we're trying to sell. In order to sell like a duplex or a triplex or a fourplex for like the most amount of money, you want one of the units empty. You don't want it to be fully rented out because you want somebody to be able to come in and buy it and be able to live in it. Cash for keys, tons of books about it, tons of stuff. But yeah, that's how we roll. Right now we're trying to pick up keys to go into the most recent duplex that I bought. So this is one of my active job sites right now. Hopefully this key works. And we're in. Welcome to my castle. This is a absolutely massive duplex that I bought. I think it's 4,000 square feet total. 1,500 square feet on each side. So maybe it's like 3,500 each side, but you can see it's in pretty rough shape. We got like the ugly wallpaper, and we're pretty much doing a full renovation on this side right now. And then once this is done, we're going to rent it out and then do the other side. But yeah, like everything here, kitchen cabinets, bathrooms, we're completely rebuilding the bathrooms, new kitchens, paint, ceiling, floors, just really, really redoing everything. But this is the old bathroom in here. And what we're doing is we're converting this entire room into one bathroom. So right where he's standing right now, there's going to be a standing tub with the window behind it. Kind of come over here so you can see with the window with the frosted glass. And then probably like a double vanity over here. Shower, I think, is going to stay in this little closet over here. But yeah, this is going to be absolutely beautiful. Definitely won't have aftershots and probably for a couple months. But yeah, it's just going to be overall really, really good. The unit itself is really, really big. That's the kitchen. This is like a dining room kind of thing. This is like a living area. And, we can go upstairs. I believe there's 4 bedrooms upstairs. So, I mean, this place is crawling with spiders. This is bathroom number 2, which we are actually going to put a shower at the end there, like a little, kind of military style shower, and then a vanity in the toilet. So it's going to be 2 full bathrooms in this unit. This is just one of the bedrooms. Yeah, so good side rooms, and like I said, every single room in this house, or every single room in this apartment, it's so big, I keep thinking it's the house. New walls, new floors, like new everything. There's another bedroom here, another bedroom here. This is probably the biggest bedroom in the whole unit right here. So yeah, 4 rooms up here. And then there was a bedroom downstairs. Up here is like a very big attic that I may convert into either another massive bedroom or like a bonus unit, something like that. That's the basement. We're not even going to go down there because, well, it's a scary basement. Bruno's going to take the spider webs like a champ for us.
Yeah, with the rolling.
Let's go. He said take the spider webs with the AP, bro. See, I mean, very, very dark and spooky down here. Spiders.
Spider dominant.
Just got to wash my hands real quick. So if you really want to get into real estate investing, the amount of money you need really depends on like what your goals are, what your situation is like. But what I mostly would tell somebody is you can get into real estate investing for very, very little money. I mean, if you find somebody that has money, you can just partner with them and just take a cut as a managing partner and basically just earn your way to earning money. So the truth is, you can start with whatever. You don't even need money to start. But what I would tell most people, and most people that follow me are mostly entrepreneurs and business owners, I'd say if you're a business owner and you have other shit going on and stuff, because like I have, 2-3 other businesses while I'm doing all this real estate stuff, I would say that you should wait until you have probably at least like 200 to 300 grand sitting around doing nothing until it starts to become worth it to start putting that money into real estate. Like I said, if somebody was like working a job and they're trying to like house hack and lower their living expenses, I'd probably tell them a little bit different advice. Like in that scenario, you only really need 20 to 30 grand to get started. So I would tell that person, save up 20 grand and then go FHA a property, move into it, and get the other tenants to cover your rent, right? Like that's a great plan. But if you're an entrepreneur, I think that that's not the best plan. Also, it depends on a lot of things, but yeah, realistically, anywhere from like 20 to 300 grand, depending on your strategy.